Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's Weather for Weather Geeks time, recording this a little after 2 p.m. on this Tuesday. And as we expected yesterday, this turned out to be a rainy period around the midday hours across the valley. Some may have wondered, hey, what happened with the forecast over the last few days? We were saying, hey, it's going to be dry all week. Well, what happened was over the weekend, the models started picking up on just how intense this little disturbance coming down out of Canada would be. And Mike Joyce did add the chance for rain to our forecast on Sunday. We continued increasing that chance on Monday. And of course, again, most of us did get wet for a couple of hours this morning. These are radar estimated rainfall totals across the region this morning. Highest amounts, according to the radar estimates, up here in Trumbull County. Some of these blues and even a hint of yellow. The legend may be a little hard to read over on the left, but generally over half an inch and even close to an inch in some spots up in Trumbull County, maybe around or just north of Warren and up towards Cortland as well. Also a little bit of a maximum down here in Mahoning County with roughly a half an inch. Canfield over close to Boardman as well. I had about a half an inch at my house in Boardman this morning and into the midday. But we are starting the process of drying things out now. Here's a look at the current radar and satellite as of 2:12 p.m. And as I was coming into work today, there was actually this little sliver of sunshine that worked in on the back side of this band of showers. Now, this is going to come and go. I suspect the afternoon's going to turn a little bit cloudier than it is now in most spots. Bring up the latest loop on this over the last few hours. Take a second for the data to load. As you can see, the clouds are pretty thick off to our west, Akron, up to Cleveland, Lorain, Worcester, and that thicker cloud shield is going to rotate back in. So enjoy any little bonus sunshine we have out there this afternoon, because it's probably not going to last all that long. What's going to happen in the wake of this, let me take off the satellite so our data is a little faster here, is not much in terms of rain just now, but I do suspect later on tonight, as the cloud base lowers, it gets kind of murky. I guess I wouldn't be shocked if there was a little drizzle here and there as we head through the course of the night tonight. I'll show you the computer models in just a second, give you a better sense as to what we expect for tonight. Now, temperatures today have struggled as a result of the rain. Let's stop the loop on this, go back to the current data. Now, with a little bonus sunshine, we have managed to sneak back up to 65 this afternoon. So we might add another couple of degrees to this before the afternoon is through. But this is certainly cooler than it has been. Of course, we've been in the 70s much of the time over the last week or so. So it's definitely a cooler day today. Get used to this, because it's going to turn a lot cooler by the end of this week and especially into this coming weekend. Notice where it's cloudy out in northwest Ohio. They're stuck in the 50s in Toledo, Detroit, and Fort Wayne as well. Out across the Midwest right now, we have a bit of a warming trend occurring across the plain states with a few showers along the leading edge of that warm air. And the system that will impact us on Friday really isn't even on the playing field yet. When I say the playing field, I mean the continental U.S. We do have rain coming our way Friday, and that's the front that's going to kind of change the pattern up for at least a handful of days. So let's talk about the near term, bring up the latest high-resolution rapid refresh, we call this, computer model. This is a model that is a short-term model, typically only going out 12 to 15 hours. And like any model, it has its good days and its bad. But, it's generally more reliable than most in terms of being able to pick out small-scale features in the short term. So here's the future radar product on this model. Starting at 3 o'clock this afternoon, it's got generally the right idea. It does spin up a shower here. As we go through mid-afternoon, that may not be correct. This might be overdoing it a little bit. And this model does have kind of a bias of overdoing precipitation sometimes. So, what I want you to take away from this video is for the rest of the afternoon, aside from a stray sprinkle or shower, most of us are going to be dry. But as the clouds wrap back in this evening, and we head into the overnight, here's 7 o'clock this evening, the model's going to have a hard time picking up on any drizzle or real light precipitation that's out there, but I do think there will be some out there as we head through the night tonight. The model does spin up some areas of rain down closer to Pittsburgh, but, even up here where it's not showing much, there's going to be this fine mist here and there tonight. Might have to flip on your wipers once or twice if you're heading out and about, and actually that may continue into tomorrow morning. Wednesday could start out kind of murky looking, a little bit damp as well, with improvement later on. Before we leave the story about today's rain, I showed you the radar estimated rainfall totals. Here's some actual ground truth to that. These are actual rain gauge totals. Most of these are rain gauges so people have in their backyards that have the ability to upload their data to the internet. If you're really into the weather, great gift idea. Ask Santa Claus for it. Some of these can run a couple of $100, and it costs even a little bit more to get the equipment to upload to the internet, but if you're a weather hobbyist, this is great to be able to see your own data on the internet. And as you can see, a lot of these backyard gauges did record quarter of an inch, even a half an inch in spots, and then you go up into Trumbull County, and as we told you on the radar estimates, some places did pick up a little more. There's a 1 inch total up near Mosquito Lake on the south side of that, 0.64 just north of Warren. So the radar estimates were kind of in the ballpark, generally speaking, in terms of how much rain we did get. All right, let's talk about the rest of the week. Wednesday, again, starts pretty cloudy, maybe even a little damp with some drizzle and some mist. Slow clearing trend Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday evening, setting the stage for a much nicer day Thursday. Here's a look at Thursday's map, and as a southwesterly breeze kicks in, and we're off to the races again Thursday, kind of like a lot of the days we've had recently. We're going to get well into the 70s on Thursday afternoon. But then here comes our front. Here's Friday. And this is Friday at 2 p.m. Location of our front, pretty easy to pick out where the ISO bars are bent or kinked. Right in here, that's where the front is. It's going to be a sharp front. Big difference on either side of the front. It's going to be one of those fronts that's going to be real easy to pick out. Even if you're not, a super weather weenie, you could look at a weather map and see a cold front on Friday. And out ahead of that front, yeah, there's going to be some showers around, maybe even some thunder with this during the course of Friday. And then into Friday evening for high school football. If we get lucky, we'll get a dry punch at the end of the afternoon into early in the evening that wipes away a lot of the steady rain in time for high school football. If we're lucky. I'm not confident about that at all yet. We'll definitely be able to fine-tune the timing on this rain as we get a little closer, especially tomorrow and Thursday. But as of right now, it's not looking great for high school football, at least at the start of the games. In the wake of that front, big changes for Saturday. Boy, is Saturday going to feel different. I mean, it looks even colder than our current forecast has. This is the kind of stuff that if we were another 3-4 weeks into the season, we might be talking about wet snowflakes in this kind of a pattern on Saturday, especially in the higher terrain up in the snow belts. I think we're too early in the game for that. But if we were talking about closer to Halloween, this would be the kind of day that might produce some wet snowflakes, especially off to the north of Youngstown. So it's going to be a real raw, damp day on Saturday. Any rain that falls is going to be spotty and mostly light. But it's looking more and more like we're going to have a hard time getting out of the lower 50s on Saturday. In fact, here's the latest GFS surface temperatures in the middle of the afternoon on Saturday. So we're talking 2 p.m. here. And if the GFS has the right idea, it has 48 degrees in the middle of the afternoon on Saturday. So our current forecast of upper 50s is probably too warm. We're going to have to keep ratcheting this down. So at best, we might get back to the lower 50s on Saturday. Sunday looks like a better day. So Saturday, the trough of low pressure gradually lifts out. Sunday, not exactly a bright and sunny and warm day, but a sunnier day, a little bit warmer as well. And the next week we hang on to the chilly air, it looks like, for at least a few days. So here's the overall temperature outlook for the next 16 days, according to the GFS Ensemble model. It's picking up on that cool shot Saturday. Look at that, 52 for a high is what it's forecasting on Saturday. And if we see some clearing of the sky Saturday night, which I'm not sure if we do or not, but if we did, we could get well down into the 30s. This might be our best chance for a frost, a widespread frost. First good chance of the season Saturday night, if the sky clears. Not confident in that just yet. So Sunday's a better day, not warm, probably still in the 50s, but at least we'll get some sun. And then we're going to start to warm things up. This pattern change lasts a few days. It doesn't last a couple of weeks. It lasts a few days, and then I do think we snap out of it towards the end of next week and into next weekend. It's looking a little better with temperatures back to where we'd expect them to be, even a little above average for early October. All right, that's Tuesday's weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for watching, everyone. You can check out my forecast tonight at 6 and 11 on 21 News. And if you're in a hurry and, this is kind of a long video, lots of detail, if you just need the nitty-gritty of the forecast, especially if you're looking at it on your app, you're on the go, maybe you're listening in your car, check out on your WFMJ app, Weather in a Minute. It's a new video I'm recording every afternoon, posts around 4:30, and it's a 1-minute video. Just has just the bare bones of what you need to know in terms of high temperatures, low temperatures, precipitation, that kind of thing. It's for those who need something a little quicker rather than a 9 or 10-minute video like this. But for those of you who are weather geeks who love these videos, I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.